people. Oh my God, my hair. I need to get a hat. Ooh. I'm gonna come on and say hi. Yeah, I need to, don't I, Flo? Oh my God. That's some bad hair for you. My gosh. I looked atrocious. Yeah, I'd let everybody know I'm about to go probably walking into town and see what all I can see, you know. Nice to see you again too, Cajun. Hey, Red River, how are y'all? Uh, yeah, all right, I'm back. It sucked not having a phone, I'm telling you. I am so glad I'm back, it ain't even funny. Uh, Still waking up. I need to make me some coffee. Have instant. I never sleep in Red River. If I get 2 or 3 hours sleep, I'm good normally. Uh, I hardly sleep at all. So, all right, bro. I sure will. Flo, hey China Land, how are you? Flo, all right, thank you, Flo. Tay has my info. She can give you my info, and all, and how to get in touch with me and all. So good, 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 China. I'm glad to hear that. I'm about ready to go into town, go for a walk into town and all, and I will. I was still debating on if I want to make myself a cup of coffee first before I go, or if I just want to wait until I get there. Thank you, Flo. That sounds great. Because yeah, this is driving me nuts not having a yeah. I just let my buddy know that I got my new phone. So yeah, no trolls yet. Keyword is yet. I'm sure it's going to happen one of these days. But really and truly, well, Tunis and Haynes are fun trolls, though. I'll just sit there and go beep and block them, and they enjoy it. We've been getting some major rain here. The river's up almost 5 foot, and it is rolling fast right now. No, I haven't got a bike yet. I just recently set up a PayPal, and a couple people said they'd help me get one. So I just ain't got the card yet from PayPal. But no bike yet. Hey, James Barnes, how are you? Oh, wow. You had a camp right there in Cross City, huh? I'll be dang. Yeah, I'm right here. Just a little ways from there. Yeah, I can't wait to get it. I might. Then I'd have to go. Then I'm gonna get probably get pulled over for peddling ass. Nice. Yeah, I can see it now. As soon as I get my bike, the cops are gonna pull me over for illegally peddling ass. Yeah, yeah. The timber company do that type of stuff, James. I was a member of Sandhill Hunt Club up there in Taylor County there for a while, and that's all it was timber company land. It was pretty cool. It's pretty good hunting there. Yeah, I got to go there. I got to live there. I was living right beside it there in Keaton Beach. I lived in Keaton Beach there for a long time. All right, all right, bro. Get me more bikes if needed. Cool. I need to find me one of them fold up bikes so I could just tote it back and forth to my big boat and my little boat. Yeah, there's some good smoked mullet around. You ain't kidding. And I am just glad I get to live here because of the fish. There's so much different types of fish. Wait, you need to try if you ever get a chance, James. There's a person around here that makes smoked kingfish. Oh my God, that shit is good. I didn't even know kingfish could be smoked. I know it could be baked. It's good eating baked, but damn, smoked, it's even better. Sorry I keep yawning on you guys. Like I said, I'm still waking up. I hate. Nah. Well, I feel sorry for your brother and sister. Hey, Genty, how are you, hon? I feel sorry for your brother and sister. I lived in Tampa and Zephyr Hills area. I hated it. Oh my God. Yeah, I love some smoked mullet. Believe me. Friend of mine, his mom makes some of the best smoked mullet dip you'll ever eat. Yep, you ain't kidding, James Barnes. Yeah, me too. I'm just waking up too, Ken. You ain't kidding. Tampa is corrupt as hell. You ain't kidding. Uh, all of them, all them police up in there. Yes, we do. It's bad in Tampa. If you've seen any of Big Nick's stuff, It's just as bad as where Big Nick is right now. So I mean, that's how bad it is. But most of Florida's that way. No, the people here are. Yep, I used to go to that too. But yeah, I used to live there in Zephyrhills, and all. The cops here in all of Florida have had very little interaction, I think, with people that are doing auditing and anything else like that. So these cops are sort of off the wall. Um, yeah, and here in Florida, especially down there south, and once you start getting past where I am, it's all a lot of retired people, you know. So they ain't gonna fight and yell and scream at the cops. Not too many of them. I tell you, which is really sad. Um, yep, you ain't kidding there. Dealt with Hillsborough County a lot. Um, and they had a good sheriff in Hillsborough County, and they got rid of him. He sat 1 year as the sheriff of the police department, and then they made him retire and go. I know where that is. I used to live on 301 right there in Dead City. I mean Dade City. I hated Dade City. Uh, so I call it Dead City. Well, that's good. I hated that sheriff. They ousted him. They found something about he didn't pay for some car all the way, and he returned it back because it had some faulty wiring in it and all that. But they didn't do a recall on the car, and so he needed to finish paying for it or some shit like that, and it made some big stink, so he just decided to retire over it. You know. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, you did, James. I know all that area. I know that area well. I lived down there for almost 10, 15 years. No, I did talk about coffee, though, Ian. You know, I call you Ian on purpose just so people try to correct me, right? I like seeing how many people try to correct me about instead of saying Ian, I say Ian. Well, China, I moved to a river just to quit being harassed by cops. That's why I live on a river now. The neat thing about that is instead of having all them damn land-based idiot cops, now all you got is a few water-based idiot cops that if they know the law, and when I start spouting the law to them about the water where I live at, uh, they back off of me quick. And if people around here knew the law a lot better, they wouldn't bother them near as much either. But there's laws on the water that protect people. to keep you from being pirated. And it is called the piracy laws. So I know about those. I've said a few of the Water Patrol and Game and Fish Commission people straight on that. When they for different reasons and all. Making a cigarette, guys. Hey, I've only had one cigarette all morning, and I've been up since about 7. What was it? No, about 6:20. So, trying to cut back a little bit on my smoking. Started getting a little cough, so time to cut back some. I was smoking too much. Now, I ain't saying I'm quitting, Jen. I'm just saying I'm cutting back. I turn into total ash without a cigarette. Hey, Copper. Uh, yeah, that's nice. No, I ain't quitting. I ain't quitting smoking. I have no want to quit. That's it. You're right. And hello, girl. But I turned into a bigger ass, believe me. Uh, uh, that would be nice for me, China. I would love that. If I was still living on land. There you go, huh? Yep. I tell you what, I even tried that Chantix stuff. Remember that stuff that was supposed to be the ultimate cure for getting rid of making you not smoke anymore? All right. I even tried that. Hey, Michigan Mister, I'm asking everyone to be at Brian King's channel at 3 p.m. today. Tay needs help, and you know what we do when help is needed. Thank you all. I'll be calling you in a second, Tay, a little bit then, Tay. Probably Brian King's in Eastern time zone, so probably Eastern. Yeah, you're right. I tried that myself. So yeah, I knew he was in New York, but I didn't know the name, but I know he's in Eastern time zone. So Y'all are awesome. Yep, you're right. Well, that ain't always true. I have Flow on. I got Flow's bells pushed, and half the time I don't get Flow's notification. It's just I know what time he normally comes on, so I just watch to see if it pops up in my notices on my subscriptions on my subs. So. All right, Michigan Mister, you gotta have some good rest, bro. Kay said she'd be right back, Jen. So you might want to say hi to her when she gets back. But y'all are so awesome. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. One of the best group of people I've met in my entire life. I watched a little bit of 5-0's stream, but I had to sleep. Love back at you, Michigan Mister. Good night, bro. Your chauffeur fell in, you think? Okay. Yeah, my friend that I used his phone to get on to let y'all know I was still alive and all that. He's got a nice houseboat. He's got a real houseboat though. And that's me, James. If I at 3-4 hours I'm good, and all I'm doing is if I try to sleep anymore is just go, okay, well, you know. But normally when I'm living on a 31-foot Chris Craft cabin cruiser. It's like a floating camper. Hey Invictus, how are you, bud? When he used the bathroom and been gone a minute, but there was some nice looking women in there. Yeah, my boat's 1968 Chris Craft cabin cruiser. And I love this thing. It's freaking awesome. Good. Victus. They tried to put me on medicine to sleep back about 5 years ago. I took one of those pills and I'm like, absolutely fucking not. I slept for like 24 hours on the son of a bitch. I'm like, nope. All right, Cajun bro. But yeah, I can't take sleeping pills. That's it, James. Thank you, Invictus. Yeah, I was. I agree, Flo. I think you're right. If when I was having bad insomnia attacks, where I would stay up for literally 5 or 6 days straight, if I just smoked a little weed, I was fine. I would go right to sleep, and well, you can go a lot of places, Gen you are the bad part is it's hard to have a car if you live on a boat. So, so needless to say, you either find other means. Mm. Tay, can I call you later? Yeah, you get a bike or you get something like that. Yeah. And she lives in Texas. All right. All right. I'll call you later, Tay. Y'all got to give me a second. I'll be. I just need to grab my instant coffee and make me some coffee. I ain't turning off the stream. I'm just getting the coffee and making some real quick. All righty, guys. I'm sort of kind of back. I'm making me a cup of coffee right now. Yeah, if I don't have coffee like first thing in the morning, I'll start getting migraine headaches real bad. So I am very much addicted to my coffee. Shit, what'd I do with my cup? There it is. Alrighty, I got me some coffee now, guys. Hey, Donnie. Welcome to the stream. Now I'll start talking about 100 mile an hour and shit like that here in about 5 minutes. Ha 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 ha. And you ain't right in the head, bro. Yeah, I don't do tea very well. I don't know why. I just never got into tea. There's only one tea in the world that I like, and it's a tea that comes from Scotland, and that tea is black. It's almost like coffee. So, and Pepsi just upsets my stomach. Any soda, it upsets my stomach. So I don't. I try to stay away from it. I hardly ever drank soda all my life, so um, the only time I'll drink a soda is like I'll drink a NOS, uh, just for some uh, just for some extra energy. Hey, I tell you what, you want to try some coffee that's like mud? Try some of that Mexican coffee. It's like mud, but by God, that stuff will give you energy. I understand how some of the Mexicans can bounce around the way they do. They take a break at lunch. They take every 15-minute break in our lunch break. When I worked on a mowing crew, and every 15-minute break we had, every lunch break, they drank that stuff. Oh my God, them boys would bounce like Mexican jumping beans. Not trying to make fun of Mexicans by no means. I'm just they know how to keep up that energy. Yep, you might need to. See, I've been drinking coffee all since I was 9 years old. So I guess it's whatever your body's used to is what it can and can't handle. Yeah, I have to have my coffee too, Tay. uh, I oh wow. What's it do? Does it upset your stomach, China, or something like that? I tell you what, I'm lucky. I got a buddy up the way that I got a hell of a nice well that goes all the way down to the freshwater aquifer. And you want to talk about some nice water? That's some good water right there. That freshwater aquifer, it's oh, but it cost him a bunch of money to make that well down here in Florida. It was almost like it cost him almost like $10,000 to drop that well that far because they only normally drop a well about 50 to 75 foot in Florida. That was a 300 and some foot well. No problem, Jen. Understand. But yeah, me and doctors never got along. I try to stay away from doctors. Unfortunately, now that my neck and back's gotten bad more. But and I the last time I talked to my doctor, he says I can give you five hydrocodones if the pain's too bad. I said nope, don't want them. He said what? He couldn't believe I turned down hydrocodone. I get super thirsty and nothing could quench why I can't drink no soda. Yeah, the only thing that I've ever found that really is good at quenching my thirst, if I get that real super thirsty, is a Gatorade. Give me a Gatorade, we'll drink that. Yeah, I understand, Jay. Right now, my doctor, at least he's sitting there trying to try to do some things to where I don't have to have the surgery. Uh, and all. But he said he's telling me I'll probably have to have surgery eventually too. So. Yeah, that zero water, that thing Ian's talking about right there, it works. I like that. I've used those myself, Ian. So wow, Gatorade didn't work. Wow. So is your body having trouble absorbing fluids or something like that? Hey, Michigan, Florida. Oh, and I took a look at that link on that you sent me for the battery thing. That was pretty cool shit. I might have to try that. Your spine is rubbing bone to bone. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Oh, it does work too. Huh? Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. Try a Coors or a Bud Light. It'll probably do better. Uh, them Italians. If you notice, Italians they live for a long time, at least way up in their 90s. Morning Ocean Breeze. Most of them live like way up into their 90s, and they always drink at least one glass of wine every meal. And that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They will have at least one glass of wine. So, and they live way up in their 90s. But they say, grapes and stuff like that have a lot of antioxidants in them and things like that. So, maybe they got an idea there. You know what I mean? That's what they're working on me right now with. Ian is trying to stretch my stuff apart and all because the herniation and or not the herniation, the bulging ones. He's wanting to stretch them out, stretch them away from each other. Um, but he's still not so optimistic about the herniated because they're starting to crack and got a lot of stress fractures in them. So he ain't so happy with that. Oh, Michigan, Florida's your real brother, China. Real life brother. That's cool. Well, I hate to hear that that they are wanting to do surgery, Tay. And that's awesome, China. Well, Michigan Mister, thank you for coming to Michigan, Florida. Sorry. Michigan Mister was in here, though. But Michigan, Florida, thank you for coming, bro. I didn't realize that was that you were China's real life brother. You must not be all bad then. If you're at least half as decent as China. Yeah, he's actually having me do. He showed me a few techniques to do. My doctor did. Show me a few techniques to do on that stretching thing, and he said do them at home. He knows I haven't got much money, and he says instead of me coming to him all the time, like most doctors do, he's really cool knowing that I ain't got much money. If I only knew, huh? And yeah, some of them techniques are easily done. Tay, they're you could sit there and do them just a few minutes a day. All right, Copper, you be careful, bro, and have a good day. I do not smoke Marlboros, Donnie. I can't afford them. I roll my own cigarettes. For the price of a carton of Marlboros, I can buy four 1 pound bags of tobacco, 20 books of papers, and 2 rollers. And I will be set for 4 months for the price of a carton of Marlboros here in Florida. So I roll my own. Now, if someone wants to buy some Marlboros, I'll smoke them. I ain't against that, but I ain't gonna buy them. Just remember, Tay, and this is a big thing that a lot of people forget with surgeries on the back. Be careful. Be careful after the surgery, of course. But the keep active as you can after the surgery. Don't let your back stiffen up on you, or it's gonna actually turn out to be worse than better. Keep as active as you can. I've known 5 people who have had back surgery, and they kept active, and they did all they could. They pushed their bodies to their limit and kept going. And now they have, you can't even tell they actually had back surgery. They do everything they did before they had the back surgery. So just keep that in mind. Don't overdo it, but push it as good as you can, and keep yourself active so your back don't stove up on you and give you worse problems in the long run if you get that surgery done. Okay. A lot of doctors don't tell you that. They just say, "Oh, you got to come do you just got to come do your what is that? What do they call that shit when they have you come in and do exercises for them and shit?" Yeah, no more handstands, but if the doctor says you can pick up 2 pounds, pick up two. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. Rehab. They want doctors just tell you they want you to do rehabilitation, but they don't tell you why you're doing the rehabilitation. This doctor's been really cool with me. He's explained a lot to me, and that I've had for my back. He's really good, and he explains everything. But I also ask him. I probably ask him 100 million questions every time I sit there and go to him. Yeah, rehabilitation, physical therapy, that type of stuff. Yeah, and So the reason that you do that, you do the physical therapy and rehab and all that, is they don't want your back stoving up. So keep yourself going. Even if you already did your rehab that day and your physical therapy and all that shit, still keep moving and doing stuff as long as you can take the pain. Well, then your cousin would probably know exactly what I would probably tell you exactly the same thing I'm telling you right now. I'm pretty sure. Uh, so if you don't believe me, ask your cousin. But I just try to help where I can. I just know I've had 5 people. I've known 5 people that have had back surgeries, and they did exactly what I was telling you. And those people today, you can't even hardly tell they've had a back surgery. So, morning, Texas Wolfman. How are you, bro? Hope things are going good. And I'll tell you another thing. One of my friends, I don't know how they plan on doing your back with your surgery, but one of my friends, they were capable of doing microsurgery on her back. Yeah, I appreciate that, Texas Wolfman. I I am well glad you didn't do it 25 years ago, because 25 years ago they were not half as advanced as they are now. Your Gente's on low doses of morphine. My back surgery. I can't do certain things anymore. Yeah, I understand, Gente. Um, they a back a back will keep you from doing certain things that you can't do even after surgery, no matter how good they do on surgery. I mean, if they're removing stuff or whatever from your back, that's your body ain't made for that. So your body's going to have to compensate by either you not doing what you could or something. So, but yeah, I had a friend. She had that microsurgery done on her back, and shit. She went in. Her back was really bad. Had her down to where she couldn't move. She was crying. She was on her hands and knees. She had some microsurgery done to her back, and now she's almost like a 20-year-old kid again, with what she does. So it just depends on the damage that's done to your back and all, and what needs to be done to it. But like my mom, when before she had 4 discs taken out of her back because she got in a real bad car wreck, and they took bone out of her hip and fused it into her back, and put 2 titanium rods through that, and then a squirrel cage around that. But she never let herself slow down. She always kept going and pushing and pushing and pushing. And in a year and a half's time, she was back to doing what she was doing normally for work. You know, with the exception, she probably was lifting about maybe 20 pounds less weight. Her back couldn't handle the weight that she used to be able to handle. So there are successes out there on back surgery. And today they're a lot more advanced and got more advanced surgical procedures. So it might not be so bad to have the surgery. I don't know. But I just know I don't like doctors myself personally. And I try not to see them if I can. There you go, Jen. Yeah, that I can understand why you are limited. So, Wolfman, when are we going to see another video from you, bro? I've been waiting to see some of your stuff. Yeah, cerebral palsy. Yeah, it has been a while. Oh, okay. I understand that, Wolfman. Happens. But it is good to see you yeah, I see you in a lot of people's streams, so we know you're okay and all. You know, I wish I could take everybody's pain. I hate it. I hate anybody going through pain. It sucks. Hey, Eggs, welcome back. You know what I think I'm gonna do? The next time I go up to Hitchcock's and I see cops there, I'm gonna ask them to look at my last live stream and see what a cop's supposed to do. Yeah. Heat and blood pressure meds don't normally work too well. Wolfman, and believe me, you don't want to overdo it with that. So I understand that. But hell, the nighttime cop watching, a lot of times it's better to you get more action that way at night sometimes. Especially it seems like in the bigger cities or whatever. You get a lot more actions from the cop at nighttime than you do daytime anyway. Yeah, you learn to adjust and do stuff. It's like when I lost my thumb. I'm missing my right thumb. I had a rattlesnake bite me, and and it bit me right on the thumb. So they wound up taking off my thumb. It took me a while to figure out how to do stuff. Hey, Brian King, how are you? Thank you for coming into the stream, bro. Um, yeah, I I lost that thumb from a rattlesnake bite, but it took me a while to figure out. You know, you go from perfectly working good hands to one that's missing a thumb. Uh, it takes you a while to figure out how to work your hand. I haven't got to see it yet, Brian. I will look at it. Um, I had a lot of friends over the last few days, um, and all. And just getting the phone back. I'm also trying to catch up on a lot of. I had 199 videos and stuff like that were posted. So I'm trying to get caught back up. That's a lot of shit to look, you know. That fibromyalgia I hear is bad. Yeah, I understand. I was told about that. Michigan Mister brought that up also. Yeah, that fundraiser for Tay is today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Brian King's stream. Be there. If anything, if you can't give money, be there and support, guys. We all love Tay, and if anything, she needs our support. If you believe in higher power, pray to your higher power for anything. Anything helps. Hey, Boomer, how are you? I'm thinking I'm gonna try to just waking up. Yeah, I'm just now waking up a little bit too. I finally having my first cup of coffee. I'm thinking tomorrow, guys, probably I might go take y'all out also to a different part of that management area and go walking again. Let y'all see a different part of that management area. We got to see a deer the last time. Maybe we might be able to see something else the next time. I like that, sweet cheeks. Yeah, well, actually, Texas, the reason I went after that rattlesnake, I would have never bothered it at all. It's heading right for three little kids. Um, I mean, I'm talking little, like 3 to 6 year old kids, and it was heading right for them. And I was afraid that it might bite one of them. And I ran over there, I grabbed it, and I scooped it up with my right hand to throw it away. And it bit me. No, I don't consider myself a hero. I would hope and pray someone would do that for any kid. Uh, um, uh, Kids are our future, and hopefully, them kids realize that that's what needs to be done when they grow up. Our I, so I never considered myself a hero doing that. They even wanted to give me some plaque up in Tallahassee. Yes, it's about being a man. You're right. They wanted to give me some plaque up in Tallahassee and put me on the news over it and shit like that. I told them absolutely not. I did not want to be on the news, and I did not want a plaque given to me for it, and da 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 da. Who cares? I was being a man, and if you've heard some of my rantings and ravings, you'd understand. That's all I am. I am a man. And I'm an honorable man. I try to live my life in an honorable way. And just like, see, that's what, when I came to this community, I sat back, I didn't say much except for hi to people, things like that, I sat back and I watched a lot of people. There's a lot of honor in this community. And that's why I've stayed here in this community is. Yeah, I sure did. The first time I met you, I yelled at you right there. I'm glad we got that worked out though, Brian, because you're an awesome dude. Uh, all I saw was some of your old streams. I didn't see your newer ones. I figured, it just sort of upsetted me a little, you know. No, but I found out something about you, Brian. You're an honorable man, and and you and you lived up to being an honorable man by apologizing, and doing it, you know, and showing that you were sorry. And like I did with you, I apologize to you. I screwed up, and at that time, and I'm glad we can laugh about it now. uh, and I did. Once I started seeing your newer stuff, I felt totally bad. Anything to you, um, and but I'm first one to admit when I do wrong. If you could, if I've done something wrong, I'm going to say, hey, yeah, yeah. After I found out the honor you had, Brian, why wouldn't I? Like I said, I try to live an honorable life. Uh, um, when you see someone trying to live an honorable life, why wouldn't you support them? Yes, forgiveness is very important, Ocean. No shame in apologizing. The only shame in apologizing is if you apologize and do not mean the apology. That's shameful, and you prove that through your actions. You could say words all day long, but your actions is what proves what you're saying. Yes, yeah, an honest person, an honorable person, whatever you want to call it. And that's just the way I live my life. And Brian seems to live his life that way too. Right. Yeah, and that was awesome that you did, and I respect you wholeheartedly for that, Brian King. I really do. That made you an awesome person in my boat. I mean, uh, hell, not many people do stuff like that, you know, and then live up to their words, which I've seen you live up to your words on that too, Brian. So, uh, you have the honor that I would expect any man to have. So later, China, you have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Be safe, girl. But I, I, I do try. I will support you any way I can, Brian. You've been as a matter of fact, you've been a little bit of an influence on me, and being brave enough to actually do these live streams and things like that. And I'm glad I did. Um, I mean, I was sitting there thinking, you know, all I got's a damn phone. And then I got to seeing all you had was a damn phone, and you were doing interviews and everything else on that damn phone. So, I mean, it was great. You sort of inspired me a little bit there, Brian. So I thank you for that. You had to apologize to Cybertron. Well, if you're I mean, I'm glad you did. If you if you did a mistake and you lived up and owned to it, that's great, Ocean. We all do make mistakes. We're only human. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, you did. You're the one that did it. You're the one who got me to doing it. So, and also, we're only human. We all make mistakes. Um, that's even funnier, Texas. Well, man, you apologizing and he didn't even know it. So, uh, uh, but you brought it to light to him, and you were a man and you apologized to it. That's even better. I think it's awesome. See, that's a man of honor. You got honor. You're an honorable person. You knew you did something wrong, so you had to apologize for it. That's an honorable person, to me. You know, I'm the same way. I've gone to people and said in my life and said, "Hey, I apologize for this," and they're like, "I didn't even know you fucking did it." I'm like, "Well, I did," and I apologize, and they're like, it blows their mind, especially when a lot of people get their mind blown when you come to them and say, "Hey, I know I did something wrong, so I'm apologizing to you," and they didn't even know you did something wrong. It blows their mind. So, uh, but I've done that myself. But that's being an honorable person when you can do stuff like that, and that's what I see in this. That's what I see in this community. The people here are very honorable. And that's why I've stayed around so long. And I tried other communities, and it was like they didn't have the honor, things like that. I honestly, I was glad I found News Now Houston, um, and then I started seeing all the people. He yeah, very kind and supportive. And then I started seeing the people he would talk about in his stream, and then I seen the mods that he had in his stream and things like that. I'm like, yeah, yes, News Now Houston is very awesome. And honestly, he is the one who got me to come to this community and find out what it was all about. Then I realized, hell, these people are cool people. And then I started seeing, I'm like, hell, these people are honorable people. So, they're fighting for my rights and my freedoms. Uh, Shit, maybe I need to get to know these people, and and I'm very glad I did. You know, and you've all done nothing but make me feel welcome since I've been here. Even Brian, when I went off on Brian, Brian didn't. The way he worded himself, he still made me feel welcome. He said, "Please check out the rest of my stuff, and you'll see I do a lot for the community now." And that, and then he says, "And welcome to the community." I mean, I just went off on the man, and he welcomed me to the community. So, oh, News Now Houston invited you down to Texas. That's awesome. I'd take him up on that if you get a chance. So, I mean, I tell you what, I'm gonna, I keep telling Tay I'm gonna visit her, and I mean what I say. I'm gonna visit Tay. And hopefully, while I'm in Texas, I get to meet a lot of y'all over there in Texas. I can't wait. Um, and believe me, I got respect for y'all over there in Texas. The one y'all have gone through some hell over there. Oh, I this might get y'all a good little laugh. You notice that, you know how I've been trying to get a audit with the cops out here in Dixie County and all that. And I haven't been capable of getting a actual county police officer to stop long enough for me to audit them or anything else like that. A buddy of mine was telling me he saw me walking down the road towards the normal hangout where the cops hang out, which is a Shell station there in Old Town. And he said he saw me walking down through there, and I was pulling my phone out of my pocket. And one of the cops stuck his head back into the door and said, "Here he comes, and he has a phone." And they all got in their car and left, so I couldn't record them. I thought that was hilarious. So I guess getting that one cop in trouble made them to where they are a little more not wanting to deal with me. Oh, I agree, Brian. I agree. And so far I've not encountered them. And so far I've been very lucky with the 3 audits I've done. Honestly, I think I've been very lucky that my 3 audits that I've done have been good. I have had very good interactions in the 3 that I've done. Surprisingly, even Boomer called one of my interactions a unicorn. I mean, because it was a mind-blowing interaction. I was going to close down on my last live stream I did. I was going to close down a half hour earlier than I did on my live stream because I ran into a game warden that was actually a human. He wasn't he wasn't like Mr. I'm Rambo, I'm going to kill you and all. You know what? Big Nick is fucking awesome, and anybody's got a problem with Big Nick, they're going to have a problem with me. Big Nick is awesome. I think he's doing great for his community, and no one wants to see me wants me catching him talking down to Big Nick. Okay. That ain't gonna happen. I want to go audit with Big Nick. Big Nick is freaking awesome. Yeah, well, I don't know. I may have made just a difference for myself. That's the problem that I'm having with that, Brian King. I want it to be a difference for everybody, not just for me, and that's what I'm afraid of, especially with the police around here. They'll ignore one person and then they'll go after the other, and these cops around here are dicks. So I guess I'm going to have to do more cop watching than trying to audit them, so I could try to see what they're doing when they're doing it, and all. Yes, Daylan, that's the same. That's the same with any auditor out there. Do what you feel comfortable with doing. It's all right, Tay. I typo and I typo all the time, even even when my hands are good. So don't feel bad. But that's right. If you don't. You're right, Brian. And I've been trying to get people to do it, and all, just to protect themselves, things like that. It's hard to do. It's hard to on some of these sheeple around here. They've been brainwashed so bad around here that it's hard to get them to wake up. You know, they'll argue you down into the ground if they can, on because of the brainwashing they have. I can't believe how bad it is here. But I guess the cops have bullied around here so long that people are afraid of them, whatever, you know. Like I said before, before I learned what a live stream was, they would tackle me to the ground, arrest me, and put me in the county jail. All charges would be dropped, but my phone would be stolen, you know. So, love you too, Ocean Breeze. You stay safe. Have a good day, a good night. Flo, when I see Flo, Flo's gonna help me set some mods too, guys. But yeah, Brian, if you can help out Nick on that, he needs it. He's getting some haters in there. So I've seen some of the haters, and I've had to go off on a couple of them on one of his streams. You know, so if you can help him with that, that would be great, bro. But I tell you what, I'm glad I got the supporters I have and the subs I have. Y'all are great. You're great people. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, okay? Y'all, because y'all still blew my mind. You know, y'all were going out of your way. I mean, so many of y'all went out of your way just to try to find out if I was safe or not. No, I do not. I only have my phone, Brian. That's all I got. That's why I haven't set mods. Florida Hillbilly said he'd help me when he comes visit me, help me set up some mods on his computer and all. So, but yeah, I living out here on a boat. I didn't ever have a computer of any kind. So a little bit hard to have one sometimes out here. Things like that. And plus, I don't have Wi-Fi out here. Well, I do. I figured out my phone turns into a Wi-Fi hotspot. I forgot about that. I didn't even know I had a Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone. That shows you how illiterate I am on some of the technology we have now. So I could get one and use it, believe it or not. May not be the fastest stream in the world or whatever when I get one or whatever, but at least I can get online. Here, a boat. Don't see it. Got a ghost boat coming down the river, it sounds like. Normally I see the boat long before I hear them. Oh, there it is. Just that boat motor's loud. You too, Michigan, Florida. You try to have a great day. Oh. But yeah, yeah, I'm just like the way you started, Brian. All I've got is a phone, and I do all I can with I do all I can with the phone. So, but I got a halfway decent phone. It ain't a bad phone. It's a Samsung J7 Sky phone. It's pretty decent phone at least. This one's clearer than the other one I had. Good. That other one, I don't know what was the matter with it. All right, Brian, I'll do that. Thank you. Uh, I planned on calling Tay in a little while anyway, so there'd be a perfect time to ask her. And you take care, bro. Stay safe. Yep. I'll be there. I'll be there at 3. Barring any unforeseen circumstances. Let's put it that way. I'll be there at 3. Them damn unforeseen circumstances come up sometimes. I love Tay to death, and I'll do what I can to help her. She, you know, she made me feel really welcome and at home in this community, as and also. All right, Genty. Who did? You did, Tay. You made me feel really welcome here. That's who did. And then the rest of y'all also did, but Tay seemed like it was like the welcoming committee. And then as you all got to know me, y'all were great to me and made me feel very welcome. But Tay didn't know me from Adam, and was like, "Get your ass here. Go over there. You need to check this out. You need to do this." And not really telling me what to do, but suggesting that I do it. Things like that. And she gave me different places to go and check out, see what was going on, since I was so new to the community and everything. And it was awesome. And I thank you for that, Tay. And the rest of y'all, I thank y'all for making me feel so welcome too. Yeah, yeah, I did make you sound bossy at first, but like I said, I had to correct that. You weren't being bossy; you were suggesting. You know, you were, and your suggestions were great, and I thank you for that. I didn't know where I was going and what I was looking at or who I should, you know what I'm saying. It was, and your suggestions wound up being great and everything else. Uh, Furry gave me a few suggestions on when I live stream, you know, because I was moving my phone so fast, it blurred, you know, and it actually, well, it didn't look good or nothing, and I wasn't understanding that I was doing that, you know, because to me on my phone it didn't look that bad, but when I went back and he said, Furry told me to go back, check out my stream, and then I realized it was pretty bad. So, Furry helped me out with some suggestions like that and all. So. But I love y'all. Y'all have been very supportive of me and very nice to me and very helpful to me. And I love y'all. So thank you. I appreciate everything y'all have done for me. Whee! It's always fun when a big boat goes by and puts up big waves because the boat starts rocking. I say this is the world's largest waterbed. A 31-foot long waterbed is what I have. But I need to get a window open and start getting a little warm in here. There we go. That is better. Yeah. This boat's 31 foot long. It's 12 foot wide. It was made in 1968 by Chris Craft, and it's a nice little house. It's like living in a 31 foot long. Pardon me, guys. It's like living in a 31 foot long camper on the water. It's great, and not being bothered and things like that. Unless I want someone to come bother me, that's even better. You know, that's why I chose the water over land. I don't to me. You know, they got generally. So it's really nice. You don't have, people can't just say, walk up on you and say, here I am, you know. A lot people, but I can tell you this, it is a little bit harder life than living on land. It's a little bit hard. It's a lot. Well, man, I moved my, I think it got, when that big boat moved, it got moved out of the position that it was in, and it sort of didn't like it. But thank you. Yeah, I think that big boat, when it came by, it pushed my phone out of position. But yeah, well, man, I do a lot of fishing. I love to fish. It's great, and I eat a lot of fish. It hasn't killed me yet. You know, they got all these warnings on fish. Don't eat the fish because they're high in mercury and they're high in this and they're high in that. I ain't died yet, so I guess I'm okay. Ain't seen much loss in brain power. But then again, I probably didn't have much brain power anyway. Yeah. But I eat a lot of fish. But I do go on off land, you know. I'll get squirrels. I'll get rabbits. Uh, I I went hunting last year. I got 2 deer last year. Buddy of mine loaned me a shotgun, and I got 2 deer last year. One for his freezer, and one for that he's keeping for me in his freezer until I can get my gas refrigerator and all that I want on this boat. So yeah, so that's sort of funny, eh? Uh, but yeah, honestly, I think that that study crap they're doing. Honestly, I think that's just another way to try to pre- prevent people from uh, fishing. Put a scare into people. I've known people that ate fish all their life and way more portions of fish than they say you should eat, and they're perfectly fine. You know, so I don't know about that. I really don't. I think it's just scaring people so people don't go fishing. Uh, honestly. And the easiest way to control people is you dumb them down. They don't know how to live off the land. Uh, hey, Jim, good to see you. Uh, but if you dumb people down to where they can't live off the land and provide for themselves, well, you just got full control when you say, here's a can of food if you go do this for me. You know, full control. So it's and so that's how that works, you know, and that's why I think they do that. That's my personal opinion. Yes, I did, Jim. I got another phone right here. That's what I'm talking on right now. Um, is my new phone. I'll be getting another one Monday, or not Monday. It'll be Tuesday. I'll be getting another one on Tuesday. uh, I get, pretty nice. Um, hey, how are you? Um, they're actually a pretty nice phone. They got a lot of abilities to do on them, and they ain't that expensive. $100. This time, I think the phone ain't that expensive, and it's a pretty decent phone. You know, I can, I can get a few side jobs here and there, working with friends, make $100 in a couple of days. You know, so it's probably the red Solo Cup. Yep. Oh, you got the sound turned down. All right. It's perfect time to talk about Gen T. She don't have no sound. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I love Gen T. She's a sweetheart. Uh, the river's probably probably about 3 football fields, so about 300 yards wide. It's pretty wide right down in here. But this river ain't a very wide river. It's even all the way down. Even when it starts coming out into the Gulf, it ain't a very wide river. The main channel ain't. You know. Um, so, but the only time you really see any boats ever on this river during the weekends, Friday and Saturday. Sunday ain't too bad. And really and truly, the boat traffic, it really isn't that bad on this river, even on Friday and Saturday, unless it's like a holiday. You know, like the 4th of July, there'll be so many boats all over this river, you'll be able to walk across the damn boats. But that'll be only just for the 4th, you know. I love it out here. It's so quiet and peaceful and nice. And well, the 4th, like also that last holiday, the Memorial Day. Memorial Day, it was pretty busy out here. You know, it's just holidays where it gets really really busy. At least around in this area. Yes, it's called the Eagle One. Eagle, and then the number one. It's you know, like this. If it'll let me do it, ain't let me. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the name of my boat. But yeah, my boat's got everything on it I need. It's hey, Icarumba, how are you? It's got a shower, it's got a sink, it's got a hot plate. As soon as I get my generator, I'll probably I'll it's going good right now, Icarumba. I got my phone back and everything else, so I'm happy at least. Also, if you know, Brian King will be doing a little fundraiser thing. Yeah, Jim, no problem. Much to do the tour. Yeah, my boat, Icarumba, sure does. Um, but y'all that are just coming in, Brian King's going to have a little fundraiser thing for Tay at 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. Central, or excuse me, not Central, Eastern Standard Time. Try to be there. Show your support for Tay. I know y'all love her and everything, so show your support for her. Go on over there at about at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, no, it's not a houseboat. It's called a cabin cruiser. It, it's the houseboat actually it has a little bit more space, a little bit more stuff to it than this. Yeah, this is cabin cruiser. It's a 31-foot long cabin cruiser. All right, Texas Wolfman, you have a good one, bro. Jim, you hurry back, man. Don't feel bad, Texas Wolfman. I can't spell half the time either, so. And then the other half of the time it's my phone. But but yeah, I love this boat. It's freaking awesome, guys. Yeah, you can spell party. I can. Uh, oh, that sucks. That would have been perfect for something like out here on this river, on the river I'm on, because you could have done some. That'd been a perfect vote for this river. I hate to hear anybody has to sell off their boat. You know. No, I don't have that, Ian. But that's funny. Uh, I have, however, forgotten to put my plug in before in a boat and damn near sunk my boat. Oh, that sucks, Icarumba. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if I ever got to the point I couldn't go fishing. You might as well just shoot me in the head. All right, eggs. All right, all right. All right, Copper. I will. All right, eggs. You be safe. Be careful with that chainsaw. Yeah. Yeah, Copper wasn't leaving. Hey, great dude, how's the dark side of the moon today? Every time I see your name, I think of that old Pink Floyd song, Dark Side of the Moon. No, no, that means uh, Trucker is Copper. When I first saw CT Trucker, I knew him as he was Copper then. So I won't quit calling him that. He's stuck with it. I don't care if he changes his name to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, I understand that, Icarumba. That's why I ain't changing his name. Uh, about the time I start calling him CT Trucker, about the time I start calling him that, I'm gonna be going, who the fuck's CT Trucker? You know. So you know, I want to see Zach play some Pink Floyd when he does that game. I might actually get some answers right then. And I knew it, that one last night, that Grateful Dead song he did. I knew it was Grateful Dead. I just could not think of the name of the song to save my life. Yeah, I grumble. You came in, snuck in, and stole that game. uh, Steve, you got some good talks. If y'all ever, if y'all haven't taken a look at Steve's stuff, take a look at Steve 911 stuff. He's got some good talks on his stream. He does some good videos. So if y'all haven't checked him out, check him out. If they get pissed off, they didn't need to be playing anyway. So that's the way I look at it. Wham, wham, wham. I've never been good at anything like that in my life. So, hey, Wendy O, how are you? Yeah, I like watching Steve's stuff, and I hated I had to leave that the live stream he was doing yesterday uh, because he had some very good point of views about how wording can mess up people, and things like that, and all. So he brought up some very good points of view on that. I am doing great, Wendy. I got my new phone. That's what I'm y'all on. Mornings suck. Why is that, Boomer? I love mornings, especially very first thing in the morning when the birds are just starting to wake up and the suns are starting to shine. I love it then. Oh, this morning suck. Yeah, that would suck if your legs weren't working right. Yeah, I haven't got to see that one yet, Copper. We'll check it out. Dang, Steve, you done got up and got busy, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm talking to you on right now, Wendy, is my new phone. This is my phone right here. So y'all are stuck with me now. Again. Hey, Steve, I'd say you could come mow my lawn, but it's sort of hard to mow water. I'll give you a mask and a snorkel and you can mow it. Yeah, we all love the Boomer. I hate that her legs weren't working right this morning. I hope things are getting better. I hope they're doing better now. You still got the prettiest feet of all the auditors that I've seen so far. Oh, yeah, that's great there. When you got more, when you got up, that's nice. Oh, thank you, Boomer. I try to treat everybody the way they treat me. So guess what? That means you're a sweetheart too. And y'all, that's why I'm always respectful to y'all in my stream. You all have been respectful to me, been very nice to me, and I thank you. Yep, you're right. You're right, Copper. I'm sorry. Like I said, I can't help when someone steals my phone. I can't help that. Uh, but what I am doing is I'm going to get a backup phone. So just in case this phone gets stolen or if it breaks or whatever, I'll have a backup phone to where I can get in touch with people and they'll know I'll be all right. I'll try not to, Boomer. Hey, I've done that, Copper. I have done that where I used a push mower on large acreage. I actually, when I lived in Zephyr Hills, I, uh, I I was a cheapskate then. I was making pretty good money, but I actually was doing 2 acres. Um, I was doing 2 acres of land around my house with a weed eater. So, but that's just because I was being a cheap ass, and I was actually in pretty good shape then, so I could do it, and it helped keep me in shape. I had I had a 6 pack then, and now I'm working on it, and now I'm working on my keg. So yeah, that's right. I hate when that thing does that. Stupid. Go away. There you go. I get that little blue arrow, and when the little blue arrow comes up, I have to make sure I'm watching my chat because it'll get the chat stuck. There you go, Icrum. Well, you might have been saying it right because a lot of girls think that a 6 pack is sexy. So a sex pack might have been said right. I but yeah, I'm working on my keg now. So oh hell, it looks like it's going to rain again today. Got some big clouds building, and it's getting pretty gray out. So I might not go to town today. Oh, it rained good. It rained cats and dogs for almost an hour and a half here, Boomer. And then before that, it rained a steady rain, not real hard downpour, but a steady rain for almost 2.5 hours before that. But it was perfect timing because it didn't stop raining until right at dark. So it actually cooled off real nice at night here. All right, guys, I need more coffee. I don't know. I didn't see your station was leaving, she might have had to step away from the phone or something. I didn't see her say she was leaving, but sometimes I don't get messages on, I think, too. I don't know. And then sometimes I get messages only I could see. Yep, I'm drinking cold coffee. Hey, I agree with you. You ever hear that song? I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. Yeah, that's my song. Check it out. It's if you go on YouTube, check it out. Check that song out. It's called "I Hear Voices in My Head," and it's Randy Orton's theme song. So check that out, and you'll understand. That's me to a T. And it also fits this world to a T on top of it. Yeah. When I used to play World of Warcraft, I used to listen to that and let the bodies hit the floor when I played World of Warcraft. Them were my two songs. Yeah, I used to play WoW on the Grizzled Hill server. I used to have a character named Raba, R-A-B-A, and it was a hunt tard. You haven't played in a year, Boomer? Well, yeah, same here, Boomer. I did too. And I actually quit playing when they brought out the Panda because I'm sorry, Kung Fu Panda wasn't wow to me, so I quit playing then. I was dark elf. I was a dark. I can't speak. I was a dark elf huntard in WoW, and I used to have one of the top guilds in Grizzled Hills. Uh, but I was there forever. That's why. Boomer was your name well and blood elf. Hey. Are you asking if I had a blood elf? Yeah, I had a blood elf wizard for a while. I didn't play it much. Probably only got it. Yeah. I always like. I was me and my group, especially the top players in my guild. See that I've never played I Caramba. I've never played the Forge Empire. Uh, but um, but but me and my group in Grizzled Hills, we were the ones that were always attacking the hordes. It's main city. We would go on raids and attack the cities and destroy them, and then get their top players to start fighting us, and we'd have. Oh yeah, me too, Boomer. It was great. And 9 times out of 10, when the city was getting sacked, There, you could see on the chat and listen in the chat and all. It's Robin's group. They're here again. You know, we used to have a ball doing that. I get either that or she got excited. Steve, one of the two. I knew a couple of people who played on that server. One was a dark one of them Blood Knights played on there. I forget his name. And then you had Gascon. Um, was I think how you said it, Gascon, and he played on that server. I guess so, Steve. So, but I quit playing WoW when the Kung Fu Panda shit started coming out. I even played a little into when they did the turning the humans into werewolves things. Right. I love PvP, but Hills had a lot of PvE going on. It was a good mix, if you ask me, on Grizzled Hills. It was a good mix of PvP and PvE. So I could just see Steve doing a workout in the thong. That would be some funny ass shit right there. I could just picture that. I don't know too much about PCP. Yeah, I would love to see that, Icarumba or Tay. Boomer only wants to show us her feet, so. Well, Boomer, we would all probably say we'd like to see you in a thong too, but all you do is show us your feet. So, hey Tay, how are you? Welcome back. Starting to warm up pretty quick out here today, guys. I can feel that humidity rising. It's gonna start raining soon. Hey, Copper seems a little bit speechless over that video there, Tay. Uh-huh. Well, that ain't fair, Kaylin. That ain't fair at all. I want to see it. I was just saying how I wouldn't mind seeing you in a thong. Oh, yeah, to you it would seem fair, Copper. See, everybody else says it's not fair. You're the only one that says it. But we still love you, Tay. If it was me have, and I'll record it and send it to you. But I'd like to, I think that would be neat to see Copper in a thong. Copper just got told on. Oh, that looks like fun. A boat just went by and they had a boat just went by and they had a big old inner tube on the back of it pulling 3 kids. That looked like that'd be fun. Yeah, but a dress is different than a thong. There's a big difference. So Tay, if I do a video of me in a thong and send it to you, do I get to see the thong video? I said if I do a video of me in a thong and send it to you, will you let me see the thong video you have? All right, Copper, you take it easy. Talk to you in a while. Oh. What's that? Steve, that was funny. You shouldn't have never deleted that video, Tay. Good. Coffee, 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 coffee. mm. I think it's funny. The count on how many people are in watching you. My count goes up and down just like Brian's. It'll 1 second it'll say 5, 1 second it'll say 10, then it'll go drop down to 2, and then it'll jump back up to 4. So at least Brian now don't have to worry. He ain't the only one that does it to. Just realized I've been on here for almost 2.5 hours. Just gabbing and talking. I'm gonna let you go. I need to make a couple phone calls and all, and I will talk to y'all in a little while in someone's stream, or I might get back on live if it's a boring day today. Depends on what happens. But I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Yeah, me either, Tay. I don't worry about it. It's just I think it's funny. But yeah, y'all have a great day. I'll talk to y'all later. If it's boring, I might get back on live stream. And I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Be safe out there, guys.